Facebook has been at the center of several privacy scandals in recent years over how it handles users' data. But in an effort to protect the privacy of its users, CEO Mark Zuckerberg has laid out plans to boost security on the company's messaging platforms with end-to-end encryption. And that means even Facebook would not be able to read the contents of the messages. But now the Justice Department is looking to intervene and is calling on the social media company to give authorities a way to read encrypted messages. CNET senior producer Dan Patterson joins us now. So Dan, why does the Justice Department want to get involved now?
Well, ostensibly, the Justice Department is asserting that, hey, look, all of this terrible criminal activity happens on online platforms, including Facebook, and they cite child pornography, exploitation of child porn images, drug trafficking, and other criminal behaviors. And it's undeniable that criminal activity does happen on social networks. It also happens offline as well. And we've heard different versions of this argument for the last 2 decades. And look, let's put it to you this way. If you live in a city called Facebook, the federal government is asking for a key not just to your house and not just to the bedrooms in your house. They're asking for a key to everyone's house inside the city.
So, this isn't really the first time that the tech industry has clashed with the federal government over encryption, right?
Yeah, no, it's certainly not. Look, the most recent high-profile tussle was Apple and the FBI. Look, in 2015, there was a shooting. The FBI went to Apple and said, hey, we want access to the alleged shooter's iPhone. Apple said no, and they took a stance saying, hey, look, if we set a precedent here where we allow the FBI access to this one phone, what's to say that this precedent won't be used to access every iPhone user's device? And of course, Apple has doubled down on privacy as a part of their brand. But we can go even further back. Look, Craigslist, eBay, almost every online platform for the last 2 decades has faced similar types of requests. And a digital key will proliferate just like all digital things do. So we have a federal government that has been unable to protect its own employees from being hacked by China. And the federal government has been unable to protect presidential candidates from being hacked. So it is really challenging to think that, hey, we'll give you a key that allows you to access every Facebook user's private messages, and we trust that you're going to protect that one master key.
And, Facebook has laid out these detailed plans about how we're going to protect your privacy in the future. They know they've got an issue with this, a big issue with this. So what happens then if the government wins on this one?
Well, Facebook does have a pretty big issue with privacy, and they have answered all of these accusations of leaking user data by saying, hey, look, we're going to double down and encrypt everything. What happens here is that we set a precedent that no online platform can use what's called end-to-end encryption, meaning your message to me is locked up, and then when it travels to me digitally, only I can unlock that. That's what happens when you send a private message or a direct message on Facebook. So this is effectively saying, well, your message is private except for all of these other entities that may have access to this key, including unintentional access.
I want to ask you about a separate matter. We know the House Financial Services Committee, Democrats on that committee are asking for some more details about Facebook's cryptocurrency Libra. It's expected to launch next year. What do those Democrats want to know?
Well, the Democrats want to know how this currency will be used in financial markets, and they want to know how this currency could be used for, again, illegal activity or illicit activity. If Facebook has a currency, this is not just a national currency. This isn't locked to one region. This is a currency that could be used to trade all kinds of things across all types of regions, and the Democrats are asking Facebook for a little transparency there.
All right. Dan Patterson, thank you very much for joining us.
Good to see you.